Hey guys, this is Spatula of the Ages again. Gonna do another competitive league on MTGO. Playing Legacy Enchantress, specifically the Witch House, Living Wish based version with Doomwake Giant. Today, main deck I'm running pretty standard. The main things that I've been tinkering around with the list are I've been having 5 slots between confinement and grass, but I've been oscillating between 2 confinement and 1, and then 4 grass or 3. I'm running 4 right now, partially because I'm trying a sideboard card, Painter Servant, as a wish target. So this does a couple things, and it might seem a little bit janky. Like you can wish for it with grass to like name black and then make everything unable to attack you. But the main reason I'm trying it is I've been having a lot of trouble with big Eldrazi, and so you can wish for Painter Servant against Eldrazi decks, and it shuts off Eye of Ugin. It makes Eldrazi Temple a lot weaker. Let's see, it does something else. Oh, yeah, All is Dust becomes no longer one-sided. Same is sort of true for Ugin the Spirit Dragon, although it's still, if they've got a big creature down before they use Ugin, then like, they're still probably gonna win. But it does that, and then the interaction with grass. I'm not sure how many other applications it has, but I wanted some help with Eldrazi, so I'm trying out that. The other thing that I've been toying with in the main deck is whether or not to run Guy's Touch. Like, you do lose speed if you cut it. I was cutting it for a while for a second Ground Seal, which is like good right now. Deathrite's gone, but there's a lot of Snapcaster and Life from the Loam right now. And then there's some random cards and random decks that Ground Seal is also good against. But today I'm going to be running double Guy's Touch. The speed it gives you, I think, is important. Sideboard is going to be Aegis of the Gods, Doomwake, all the usual suspects. I'm trying to cut the Seal of Primordium. That is going to weaken like the Sneak and Show matchup slightly. But I'm trying Obstinate Baloth. I've been running into a lot of like Hymn to Turok and Liliana of the Veil. So the idea is like you can Living Wish for this, obviously, and it makes your hand a lot better against discard. In theory, in some matchups, the life gain could also be relevant against like a Dark Depths deck. It could be relevant or against Burn. But yeah, so I'm trying that out. And all that said, let's get into it. Apologies for the wait, but my editing program on my desktop, which is what I'm using for this, isn't very good and it's rather time consuming, so I'm probably just gonna start leaving these in. I've been cutting the matchmaking period for a while to try to just cut down to the action, but it ends up shaving like 4 or 5 minutes off a 2-hour video, and then I spent like another hour doing that because my program's really slow, so it doesn't really make too much sense. All right. So, this hand is probably keepable if you start with the growth so that you can get Sanctum online, then you guys touch. You'll have Banishing Light, in theory, turn 2. And then you have Living Wish. It's keepable, it's not great. It's a bit of an odd hand. I think you do lead with Abundant Growth, and that does kind of give you away. But with Sanctum, you're going to want that mana, I think. Right now we're looking at a turn 3 move, depending on what we draw. Okay. Alright, so we're probably against Canadian Thrash. It could be Team America. But we are on a clock now. Okay, confinement is good here. I think I do want to just lead with the touch. Like, he can daze it, but next turn, if he doesn't daze this, next turn I'm pretty immune to like Spell Pierce and Daze. I mean, and if he Force of Wills it, obviously I'm very happy. Yeah, so next turn I'll have access to 6 mana. Right? Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't blind flip. It does. And he's got Force of Will now. He's got another double. Alright. Well, we're looking at a clock. Yeah, that was a good draw. Let's hope it. Well, I mean, he's got Force of Will, so he's got to use it, I think. Yeah, so what do you get? Stifle? Okay. So you could walk. He thought about, the guy has touched him. Maybe he has days. I think in case, rather than like getting dazed with the Banishing Light, we are looking at a clock, but I'm going to Utopia Sprawl here. Hope he doesn't have a Wasteland, and then next turn I can have a significant amount of mana to try to wish for Nargothian, maybe with a Confinement or Banishing Light. I'd probably lead with the Banishing Light in case I get dazed, and then the following turn I can Confinement. Okay, no problem. So I think that buys us a turn effectively. I think we would have been on a 1-turn faster clock, right? Well, it's hard to know. Ah, he's got Wasteland. No. Alright, so we still have 5 mana this turn. Hopefully we just draw an Enchantress. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I want the Confinement to resolve. Obviously get the one that's flipped in case that one doesn't flip again. Make our limit drop and save it, because that life point could matter. Like, 12 is divisible by 3 and 13 is not. So, that. Maybe you don't even drop it, because you need it for Confinement. Yeah, maybe it was a mistake to drop that, but I don't know. Like, you also don't want to miss land drops against this deck, because, like, their mana disruption is bad if you make land drops, and good if you don't. Okay, well, growth is good. Get the Enchantress and going. So if he Lightning Bolts this turn, 7. I think that I don't. I think I Argothian here. Pass. And then Confinement next turn. I hope he doesn't have another Force of Will, which I don't think he does, unless he top decks it this turn. I mean, I could Wish here, but then yeah, it's not worth it. That's like giving him a turn. I probably should have not played that fetch land, I don't know. But like, if I draw an Abundant Growth, I can also turn it into a land. Like, you can Abundant Growth a fetch land to save yourself the life total. It's not great against a lot of decks, because like then it's open to Wasteland, but it might be better than losing the life in this situation. So if he had the Lightning Bolt, he would have done it end of turn, you figure, right? So he could have, if he has Spell Pierce, he needs to have Spell Pierce and Stifle. Hopefully I draw an Elephant Grass anyway. Or another land, growth. Okay. Well, I doubt he runs any main deck. Okay. Well, is he in top deck mode now? Okay, well, if he's got another lightning bolt, I think I might be in trouble here. Okay, well, now I definitely don't use that fetch. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana next turn. I draw a Sanctum, I could do Wake. Hopefully, I draw that or Growth. We got kind of a slow start here. That's annoying. But it's better than a lightning bolt. Unless he's already got it. Yeah, so hopefully he does not have the lightning bolt in hand. I guess I wish to engage. No. Does he have it? No, he's gonna ponder for it. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't have it. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Ah, Tarfire. That's so bad. Sometimes they run that for Tarmogoyf, but like, that's such trash. Alright, well, you got one. It happens. So, I mean, this is a favorite matchup, but, you know, anyone who says they never lose to, like, you know, there's just, like, a lot of trash talk where people, like, act like their build is the best and, like, they never lose to, like, bad matchups. But it happens, and, like, that's just reality. Like, you know, it's a tier 1 deck for a reason, right? It's fast, and it has disruption, and if they get it in the right order, you know, they're going to beat you. So, on the draw against them, or sorry, I'm on play, rather. I think he set out 1 Living Wish. They're a little slow. I think these are expensive at the best of times. They're vulnerable to Spell Pierce, and they can also be stifled, which is like, you know, pretty backbreaking if you spend 3 or 4 mana on a spell and they just stifle it, and you're relying on that, getting rid of a Goyf. You know, that's rough beats. So I want both chokes, obviously. Ground Seal, like, he could bring in Surgical, is what I'm worried about. But more likely he's running, like, Winter Orb or, like, some Naturalize effect. Do I want anything else here? Like, I could bring in Baloth for the life gain and the size. But I think this is fine on the with me on the play. On the draw, it's gonna be different. Jesus. So I mean, this is like the 1 land brainstorm hand. If you ever play blue deck, like, if there's not a land in my top 3, I'm just screwed. It's not even that fast at hand. Okay, that's marginally better. I think since I have Gaia's Touch and Wild Growth, I do lead off with the Mirror's Guile. Yeah, I don't have any non-green, so I think I actually do want that mana source of those. So, since I know the top card is not an Enchantress, there's no point in leading with Wild Growth. I think Guile could probably come out if you're on the draw. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so against these decks, like, you're in trouble if they go turn 1 Delver. Like, pretty much any other opening you don't care as much about. I'm gonna lead with that for the mana. That actually probably made sense to put that on the other for us. Because of Winter Wolf. That's why. Okay, so if I don't draw anything this turn, which would suck, hopefully it doesn't blind flip again. Yeah, like, so if they go turn 1 Delver and then, like, blind flip, like, that's a rough situation to be in, especially because he's got multiple Delvers. Like, honestly, his other threats, well, that's not true. Tarmogoyf's also scary. But, like, Trinity is too slow. Pyromancer's really vulnerable to Elephant Grass. That is so many lands. Man. I don't like that this is, like, that puts me on a life total of divisible by 3. And I walk into daze. But I need to get something going. I'm in. Like, either way, I need a top deck a threat next turn. Like, whether this gets countered or not. I'll just get a basic. No point not. Like, I hope he doesn't have something, but. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, 4 mana to put Mary's Guile in play is not great, but, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I really need to get something on board. He's got double Delver. So it was a rough start on me and a really strong start with him. Yes, I mean, like, obviously he stacks it there. So now I'm looking at a 3-turn clock. Rough beats. Rough beats here. In Enchantress world. So I need to get a grass in my stat, like, hopefully, like, an Argothian on top. Okay, well, I think that I grass here, make him tap out, and Dimwake next turn with the Sanct. Oh, I can't do it with the Sanctum. Because I can only get 2 of these cards. Alright, well, he didn't have the days last turn. I think maybe I get the giant out here, take 6 more. I'm in easy lightning bolt range, but maybe he sided a couple out, although I guess not since he left in Tarfire. This isn't a great position to be in, obviously. But if this resolves next turn, I can try to grass plus touch. And he does have it. Well, I'm in trouble. Yeah, okay. I mean, this looks pretty much over. He had a really fast start, and my hand was really slow. I had, like, all my expensive cards. Sometimes they get lucky. Grass and Shook. No, he has another land, right? Doesn't he? That still wouldn't matter. That's it. I'm an Enchantress now. Really bad draws. Match 1. Hopefully, that doesn't continue. Okay, well, this is a better hand anyway. Acceleration, double Enchantress. And you're on the play, so they can't chalice your Wild Growth. And you got Living Wish for whatever. Should we have a good match? And good luck to you. Well, that's very polite. Alright, Mountain Go. What does that mean? I turn Lightning Bolt. Am I on burn? Burn is rough. I think if he is on burn, like he could run some like mass damage thing that could kill my Argothian. Or if he's on Dragon Stompy, he could like you know, accelerate until I could turn to what's it called? Goblins. I think. It looks like goblins to me. Alright, I'm just gonna port my land. Pretty good, pretty good. I got grass though, so that's also very good against goblins, if that is what this is. I don't know what else runs Mountain and Richmond Port. Although actually just Utopia Sprawl, since he doesn't have anything online. I mean, like he could War Chief, but that's not a huge deal. Sure. I'm gonna grass anyway, just to start cycling cards. Yeah, so he is on Goblins. So like, depending on which list he's on, this could be very different. Like, if he's on more of like an aggro list, it's a really good matchup. If he's got like Goblin Gardener and stuff, it can be more of a pain, because like if he goes like Kiki, Goblin Gardener, all that nonsense, like you don't have that many answers if he goes off just faster than you. I think you just need to like race. Like you got, I guess you could revoke or Kiki, but they have a million ways of killing creatures, so that doesn't seem ideal. Well, they're off to a slow start. Maybe I shouldn't have paid for that, because then I could GSC Ground Seal. So I think I guess I just Ground Seal here, drop land or something. Or just another Argothian, right? Probably don't want to run out too many Argothians against goblins because of Chain Whirler. Card's actually pretty good against you, depending on, you know, what you've got. Okay, now, now I think I let this die. It's got double ports. So, I mean, what do I, if I draw a 1-mana enchantment or land, if I draw land, I can Living Wish. If I draw a 1-mana enchantment, I can just cast it off the forest. But he doesn't have me on any kind of clock, and if I don't, I lose my grass. So maybe just like bite the bullet, like make land drops for a while. He can't, you know, hope to make land drops, that is. Can't port forever. You know, next turn actually maybe it would be right just to, even if he does double port, to cast out in response, even though, okay, now there's a worthwhile target, so it's definitely the right call now. Yeah, so let the grass die. I think it would be better to have the 4 mana on my turn, so like it's okay if I lose this, if he's in this like bluff off, as it were. Okay, so there you go. Alright, well, that's a good draw here. I mean, I could seal it, but like, it just seems so pointless to cast out a matron. I don't know, maybe if he's running Kiki Jiki, it's not the wrong call. But I think I got this anyway. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. There's Dinwick joining the party. I guess I can hold on to the grass, there's no point doing it yet. Alright, I think next turn I can just go off. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you want to run out lots of Argothians. Actually, that only gets Eidolon at this point, huh? And am I worried about decking? No, because he's not running any permission. So I am no longer worried about decking. I think you want to hold on to the Banishing Light in case. In which case, you don't need the seal. Probably. Between Double Wish. I do want a land drop. I think I have enough card draw, even if he does Chain Whirler, which is the only reason I'd really hold on to that. Like, I don't think I need more than 2 Enchantresses here, but, sure. That's fine. So yeah, I mean, okay, so there's Sanctum, so this should be over. I'll actually do the guy's touch first. Maybe I'll psych him out. Am I psyching him out? Is he expecting another cast out? I mean, it's not like he's going to do anything else with it. Targeted forest. Oh, roll it. You got it, mate. what have we got? How much mana does this make? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, there's Emrakul. Alright. It don't matter. We're gonna keep sticking it out. Maybe I would have scooped if I live in wished first. Oh my god, did I really drop that instead of the Caracas? Well, I'm an idiot. Oh well. Okay. I don't know what you sideboard against goblins. Like, your deck pretty much does its thing. Like, Ground Seal is probably dead. I didn't see any black, so I don't think he's running, like, Oni Ward or whatever it's called. There's a couple black, like in a black goblin stack, they might have some cards that target the graveyard. I don't know what else you would bring in though. Like, they're not that fast a deck, so I don't think you need to like side out Wish or anything dramatic like that. Although maybe, like if he was on white with Thalia, he's probably bringing in Thorn of Amethyst. So I guess you do want to bring in the Wicker Bow as a GSC target. Like, because they're not as fast, I think you're okay with Wicker Bow over Rex Sage. They have so many ways of killing creatures that they probably like can't take them all out. So Wicker Bow's body being bigger is probably relevant, like as blocker in case I need it. What to take out for it? So I mean, I guess in like. This guy is so polite. On the draw, do I want Mirror's Guile? I mean, I think I would always rather Wild Growth turn 1, but in case, no, I don't think I do. I don't think I won't go. What did I just take out? Accident, Utopia Sprawl. No, I do want Utopia Sprawl, even though it is a little weak to ports. But like he's only got 4 ports, so I mean I don't think you take him out. Sometimes you do take out land enchantments against like Death and Texas because they have port and Flickerless. So you might take 1 or 2 out there, but here it's you know, if they have port, they have port. It's fine. So I mean I could lead with a fetch land. Like if I had an Argothian, I could lead with a fetch land and avoid port. And also avoid Thorn of Amethyst, which they probably brought in. Turn 1 Lackey. It's a good start. I don't like it. Not gonna add the exclamation point though. That's too much. Because he's leading with Lackey, I don't want to like slow roll this. Like if he has the port, he has it. But I need to get. Okay, he does have it. I need to get some stuff on the ground as well. Good. Oh, so hopefully he's. Well, I guess we're gonna see like kind of what his which version he's on based on this matron. Now that he's got like Lackey up, like whether it gets Kiki Jiki. No, so like he's probably on a more like traditional aggro list, which is probably a better list overall. Like I do think that like one with Gardener and Kiki Jiki is a little janky, but it's probably better against me. All right, do I? He doesn't have. Let's see. don't think he can cast the Ringleader. So, I don't think I need to put the grass up yet. If I do this, he can't double port me next turn, and I can cast my Grandson Zenith. I'm probably going to take a big hit the following turn, but, I'd actually like him to go like, oh, he isn't white. So I need to watch out for Thalia. He's probably running it. Okay. I don't know if that changes anything, unless he's got a second. I've never seen this art before. It's kind of lame, to be honest. Alright, what you get? Okay, well, I lost a port. That's good. More Marshall, another Ringleader, and a Pile Driver. Pile Driver's scary if he's got, like, another red land and a War Chief in hand. That could just be, like, game. But if he doesn't, I do need to set up an Enchantress, or else, like, I'm just never going to get off the ground. And, like, we already know that he doesn't play into, like, port and grass. So I think I just got to do what I got to do. I'm going to leave with the presence in case he's got Chain Whirler. Knowing he's on white is good, though. Like, he's probably running Wear and Tear and Thalia, I would imagine. In a way, maybe it would be... It's interesting. He doesn't want to lead with the Ringleader to attack. So he's going to have a million goblins on board. Unless he's got Wear and Tear in the hand. That doesn't necessarily matter. He's got a Ringleader. Another Ringleader. Okay, but that's the only thing I hit. Is he got a Ringleader again? No, he's got a Pile Driver. Good, just cast that. Huh. Okay. I'm just going to port during my upkeep. I hope he doesn't have a Wear and Tear. If he has a Wear and Tear, I'm just dead. Unless I get another grass. Yep. Yeah. And I do, because I'm a luck sack. So given... Okay, and I got another forest. I can lead with the Ground Seal. So, I mean, I think I do play it, because, like, if he's got Wear and Tear, I'm just a dead man. Yeah. And it's going to be a little annoying, but he only has one port. So I'm still going to have 2 mana next turn after paying for the grasses. I can play Guy's Touch into Forest. So, like, outs of the situation for him are like Wear and Tear, like some combination maybe of Sharpshooter and Siege Gain. So you're gonna pay 4 to attack. Oh. Okay. I have to pay for both of these, obviously. I can't afford not to. Did I see anything surprising from the Ringleaders? Nothing unusual. I think I might keep this touch around. Like, I think I can't really do too much this turn. I could break out next turn. I don't have any black mana, so I can't Living Wish for Doomwake, which would be nice here. What can I Living Wish for? I could Living Wish for Baloth and Game Life. That seems weak. For an Argothian. I guess, no, but I get Green Sun Zenith for an Argothian. That's not anything terribly exciting. I guess I could get maybe I just get a Caracas, so like if I draw a white spell, I can cast it. Like I could, I'm less likely to draw a black spell, and also like Bog would come into play. So I think I should just use the Swish to get a white source, which is like a little lame. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah. Grass is gonna be rough because now it's 2 mana. But then he's got a port. I'll have 2 forests and a Caracas. I can just green sun Zenith. Hardly amazing, but it could set me up. And meanwhile, I'm just drawing cards. Like I need to accumulate some like cheap enchantments to like let my guard down and go off. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to let my guard down when I don't really have any gas in hand. Maybe I did he reveal anything to me that kills creatures? No. So I could get Eidolon and draw the extra card. Maybe that's right. Maybe it's right to do that. I need gas. I need gas really badly. So I mean, sometimes you do that just because like the Eidolon draws a card immediately, and like in these sort of like 10 standoffs, you need that. I guess I lead with the Caracas. I don't think he's like slow rolling a Wasteland. Although if he top decks it and then I get a white enchantment, that would suck. But I want the forest so I can touch again next turn. That's actually good for me. I would like to cast that again, thank you. I still don't have enough gas to let my guard down though. It's probably gonna port my Caracas so I don't have white. He doesn't have any legendaries to target. Okay. I think I still lead with the Eidolon because that draws a lot of cards. Well, I mean, it draws 2 cards, but okay. So there's gas. So I think I let the grass down next turn. Yeah, and I can just get them back with replenish now. So and then get the guy's touch back as well. So okay. So next turn we let our guard down. Hopefully he doesn't kill the Eidolon. It actually is okay if he does now because of replenish. I'll green sun Zenith first. Damping Sphere. I do have Wicker Bow. So like when Damping Sphere came out, everybody in the Enchantress thread was a little scared, but like it turns out it actually doesn't affect wild growth at all because like wild growth says it comes from the enchantment. It's not giving the land the ability. Let these die. So I mean, it's like Damping Sphere is a little annoying, but it's not as annoying as people maybe think it is against us. But I do think it makes sense to run it in Goblins actually, because like it does double duty against like X Stompy decks and Eldrazi, and then also like Storm combo and stuff. So like I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense in their sideboard. And obviously you do bring it in against me, but I just don't think it does as much maybe as they think it does. I think I do want to lead, or I think I have to lead with the Wicker Bow actually, because otherwise I'm just going to start paying a lot of mana that I don't want to. So like that said, I think like Thorn of Amethyst is actually scarier for me than Damping Sphere is, because like Damping Sphere doesn't affect the first turn, so like it doesn't do as much early disruption, which is what I'm scared of. Alright, that's good. Can I just go off here? I should play faster here. I could, like, if he somehow gets this, I could time out. Okay. So, second. I'm gonna try to, like, go off this turn, so I'm not that worried about Wasteland here. Okay, I've got that next turn anyway, so, like, I'll get a seal out in case he drops some more, like, disruption. Then I'm just gonna Living Wish for Merkle and pass it. This is over. I guess I can cast out the Matron in case he is running some kind of silly JP nonsense that I somehow can't, like, I can't imagine how that would happen, but I guess I might as well, right? Okay, so I do need the Sanctum. I don't need fetch lands. I can't imagine myself needing Caracas. I don't need all these Abundant Growth. I don't need Enchantresses. I do need maybe 2 Greenstone Zeniths to prevent decking, but not all of them. I need 1 grass, I guess. Yeah, I don't need Enchantresses. Whatever. There's no reason not to, I guess. Should have done that a while ago. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Tap my thing. No, don't tap my thing. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Fuck. I guess just, do I not have any black mana? I don't have any black mana. I can't actually, Doom Wake. Well, let's see. I just draw 3 from this, right? And I can deck myself. I guess I'm just doing this because I don't know what he has in hand. I don't know. Being paranoid, I suppose. Wear and tear. Okay. I'm alright with that. Alright. Yeah, so I mean, I guess the reason that I'm paranoid is like I think Goblins is a better deck now, but like in the Deathrite metagame, I was seeing like really weird builds of it that sometimes would have some random cards that would just you would not expect. But they seemed like they were on a pretty straightforward list. Just running white for Thalia and Alright, so we're on the draw. Didn't mulligan. We've got a turn to Argothian. We're super vulnerable to Stifle. Not to Chalice. We've got a couple wishes. It's an okay hand. I'd really rather that one of these heaths was a forest. But on the plus side, I guess we can throw them off for a turn, not knowing what we're playing. So if you... Yeah. Chop. Yeah, okay. So crack those fetches when you can. I'm a little upset that I only get to crack one. Hopefully I draw another, okay, well, even if the Savannah gets wasted, I get mana. And they miss a land drop. It's better to be wastelanded than stifled. Yeah, at least they lose their own tempo, like a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't matter as much for them. That's like, just the design of the deck. But it's better than getting stifled, which is just straight bad. Forest here would actually be all right. I don't know if I do walk into the days. Actually, like he's got no real pressure. I could live in Wish for a Bajuka Bog. It's pretty good against what he's got. I don't want to. I think you have to run the Savannah out, although that sucks because then it's going to be harder to get white mana for the confinement later when I need it. I really don't want to get stifled though. Yeah, I think I live in Wish for the Bajuka Bog. Let him daze this if he wants. I've got another one. I think that's better than losing my Argothian. It would suck if he also has the Wasteland. Hopefully he doesn't. Because it'd be nicer next turn to, like, obviously, like, wish. I'm gonna wish for the bog again and then just drop it. Okay, so it's not Wasteland. But I think you do, I think I will, like, wish without my land drop first. Like, if he dazes it, it's annoying. But, do they even run a full suite of dazes, or do they just run 3? They did run a full suite. But I want to be able to drop it that turn. No, it's fine if I drop it the following turn. Then I'm also opening myself to no, but if he stifles the fetch, actually, would I rather he stifle the fetch than stifle the okay, well, that's good. I needed that actually. So I'll do that. Lead off with that. It does kind of set me up for, well, Flusterstorm is going to work either way if it happens. So I think maybe I lead with the fetch. And then, so if he has stifle, I do that. So, like, the thing is, like, it's tempting to play around his pressure, because, like, right now it's nothing, he's still 4 cards away from threshold. But, like, the pressure can explode pretty quick, and that's what I don't want. So maybe I just, since I already used, maybe I lead with the Argothian. Yeah, I'll lead with the Argothian. Okay. I can use this first. He did have another daze. Okay. Does he have another stifle? I'm going to do it next turn, because if he top deck Stifle, I still want him to use it on the fetch. Probably has a Tarmogoyf, because I think it seems like he's thinking about whether to cast it. Leave himself open. Which means he does have something else, like Spell Pierce or Stifle, what have you. had to dig for that wasteland so I could get a Bayou if I needed to, but I'll have black from the Bajuka book. Oh, they've got Threshold now. So now I really need to get the, okay, so they don't have Stifle. Hopefully they don't have Flusterstorm or Spell Pierce either. I don't think he's slow roll Stifle. You wouldn't miss a chance to fetch land. Alright, so next turn I'll have 5 mana. I'll grass. I'll Presence Grass. Like if he had the Spell Pierce, he would have used it. Do they even? They might only run like 1 or 2 of those anyway. Yeah, 2. Oh man, that's bad though. If he doesn't have another. Well, I can't Confinement, so that is awkward. Alright. Alright, so I need a grass, and I hope he doesn't have. He's only got 1 This is a tight race, but it'd be nice if I didn't have all these fetches. But I do. I think you do. I'd rather not be at 3, because then he just has to dig for the other lightning bolt. Yeah, I think I walk the grass into Daze if he's got it, because he's used 2 of them. I don't want to use that fetch land. Maybe I should have. The reason I didn't play it is I was thinking, like, if I do get white mana, I can use it to discard to Confinement. You thinking about Brainstorm? Okay, well now I got a chump block. Draw a white source. And he needs to not have lightning bolt. If I'd had more basics and hadn't had to walk that savannah into the wasteland, I'd be alright. But like, I run 11 basics. You know, I shouldn't have that much difficulty against a wasteland Stifle Suite, but like this hand just had all non-basics. Like, and then like the life is relevant against like them, right? Like if I had 1 last fetch, I could just take this hit and not have to sacrifice my Argothian. Which is part of why this is such a favorite matchup. But like this hand, I had so many non-basics that they were able to actually take advantage of it. So they're in total top check mode. I don't think I pay for the grass. It doesn't matter, right? Like, they can just pay for it. I don't main deck choke. If I get a second grass, it's an out, assuming they don't draw a fetch land. And I need a white source anyway, so maybe I do pay for it. Because I need a second grass would also save me. There's a white source that buys a turn. Exactly, a turn. So discard the fetch and play the presence and hope to somehow go off that turn, draw to replenish, or I don't know, do something big. Have a really good draw. Doomwake maybe, but I can't fetch for my black source. So. I guess if I'm only going to be able to play the presence, I might as well pay for the grass. But then I can't keep it up the following turn and hope to go off, so it's a little, it's whatever. Shit, no, because then Daze is active. I'm an idiot. I was thinking just about his threats, not about his answers. Well, I didn't have it. Okay. So, like, I pretty much need to, like, either top deck replenish or, like, wild growth and other cheap enchantments into a replenish. And that's, like, my only out here. Doesn't matter, I can't pay for either of these. And if he has Lightning Bolt now, I'm just dead anyway. Or a Tower Fire, or whatever. And I'm dead. Alright. That's amazing. I'm 0-3 against Canadian, and it's such a favorable matchup. Okay. So one wish comes out when I'm on the play. Choke comes in. So Seal of Primordium, like, you need to keep in because they run Winter Orb. I'm gonna take out Cast Out, same reason as before. I think that's okay. Man, if he has Wasteland, I'm just dead. I can't just, like, automatically die to Wasteland and then, like, be in a questionable. Fuck, that was the wrong button. Alright, I guess we pray. Actually, maybe it's better to Abundant Growth. Get a card deeper. If he doesn't have Wasteland, I can still Argothian. I'm open to Daze, but that's okay. At least I'm not giving him 2 cards. I mean, I am, but this one cycles. Just thinking about Force Will. Oh my god, why do I draw all my non-basics against this guy? Holy shit. So thinking about Force Will. Nice, okay. Well, didn't require that much thought, did it? Unless he has a Brainstorm. Little does he know my opponent's always Blind Delver. See? Stifle. Well, he doesn't have Wasteland. So that's something. Something we got going for us. Which isn't much. Really rather these for wild growth. Okay. Very good. Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Did I play that on the Bayou though? I thought they were supposed to sideboard out days on the draw. Or that's what the tech was, but that's what I was told. Okay, interesting. It's gonna Force of Will. Well, I can actually still Wild Growth a Serra Sanctum. Man, hope he doesn't draw Wasteland. I also hope he doesn't draw an instant. So, yeah. I don't have that many cards left to work with now, unfortunately. So I'm in a bit of, not quite top deck mode, but not that far from it either. I don't have much time either. That's gonna flip. Probably this turn, next turn. It just needs a ponder. I just got another piece. Okay. Well, I have to draw grass. Do I guess there's no reason not to drop this unless, no, like, Bob's not even very good here. Actually, there's no reason not to lead off here. Doomwake would be sick here. Grass is good. Stifle would actually be pretty annoying here. Just for the draw, because I'm so, I'm just cycling at this point. So, Stifling would actually put me down, like where I need to draw an enchantment for the turn. Hopefully, Eidolon or Presence, or Green Zenith, if he doesn't get Wasteland. Boy, I hope he doesn't get Wasteland. Well, actually, it's not the end of the world. Got my other Sanctum. Alright, alright. So, I think I need to keep drawing cards, actually. So I think I do this. And hit his flyer. Like, he could have something for the grass anyway. For all I know. So you're gonna stifle this and not to come into play. It's interesting. I mean, like I said, like stifle here is not the worst, but like he could stifle the come into play ability. Maybe he doesn't realize that. Maybe he thinks of it as an aura. Now he's gonna save it for the come into play. Yeah. That makes more sense. Man. Got pretty lucky he didn't have Wasteland. Doesn't seem to have any cantrips either. Just gonna let it happen. Alright. Oh man, I could wait a turn and let if I waited, maybe I think it's right to wait a turn because I'll definitely have a Serra Sanctum next turn, even if he does have Wasteland. And I'll be able to get an Eidolon, and like I said, like being in top deck mode like this, like every card matters, so getting an Eidolon would be good. And yeah, I already made my guess. So I've got a turn here. Unless he's got like a naturalizer hand, which for the bad days, okay. See, like, I don't know. Okay. Seems like a mistake. But I guess he didn't read the card. A lot of people don't read Elephant Crest. It's kind of weird. Like, sometimes you just get turns because people like completely fail to read what this card does. Alright. Now he has a daze. but that's okay. Can play around Daze pretty easily here. Get my Adel on. If he's got a lightning bolt, like, you know, I still get card advantage, and it like saves me 3 life. Obviously, I'd rather he didn't have a lightning bolt, but all right. Yes. All right. So how much is that? 3. I can actually pay that. I think I will. And he's down to a tropical island in hand and top deck mode, so that's okay. Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, since he's in top deck mode, it's hard to see how he gets this one. Maybe a Winter Orb would be annoying. But I untap my Sanctum. So it wouldn't be that bad. He did not fetch for the Brainstorm, so his next 2 cards are also not good, unless it's Winter Orb, I guess. So maybe play around that to some degree. Meh. I think I just kind of go off here. Yeah, I mean, we're already like dead to Wasteland, so why not? Maybe I play another Grass. Well, he's in top deck now, so it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Why not? Alright, that's a lot of lands. Got both my fetch lands in place, not just a forest that costs mana and can be stifled. I think I want to keep maybe 2 forests. I really don't need another presence. Like 4 is plenty. Even if they have lightning bolt, it's 3. So. Okay, so I mean, this one's over. They don't really run any wacky cards, right? It's a consistent deck. But like, so it's hard to see what they could do. Like, even engineered explosives, like, why would you run that, right? It kills all those guys. So, yeah. Unless he's running, like, Back to Nature for some reason. Which would be brutal. Anything but my clock here, though. Nope. I will pay for the one that's free, though. Okay, so we just go off here. Just gonna name green with everything and Living Wish. I guess I could actually like just Living Wish now, can't I? I'll see if my wish resolves first. Yeah, so because I have double Sanctum, I can just Emrakul this turn actually. Can't see past this fucking thing. I can actually do it without it. Okay, so now that despite my misclicking, got that one. So against Canadian Threshold on the draw, So Living Wish is slow and vulnerable to like Flusterstorm. We see that he like either brought that in or had it. If we want to reduce that, it's also vulnerable to like Spell Pierce, and it's just like an expensive card. So you just actually bring in Argothian and Doomwake. Let's see. Maybe Rex Sage. I didn't see Winter Orb, but he could have it. It turns Green Sun Zenith on for an answer to Orb, and like it can chump block a Goyf if it needs to, unless it gets bolted, in which case it saves you 3 life. Like the Baloth might be okay, just because like he's a big body and he gains life. He can't be bolted. Like it's probably okay against them. They don't run any discard, so it's literally just like a kind of like a Ravenous Baloth, I guess, in this situation. But that's not terrible. Is that better than Banishing Light though? You still need an enchantment count though. Yeah, I think you run it like this. So you're relying on Doomwake Giants to get you there. They're hard to kill. And you do have Replenish. I also didn't see Surgical. Maybe Baloth is better there. Actually, you know what? On the draw, Guy's Touch is a little slow. Like if they get a turn 1 threat, you can't really like build for a turn 3 when you're on the draw. So maybe like, yeah, just run a Baloth, and that way like I feel a little bit better about the kill conditions. He's another guy that's hard for them to actually kill, especially if their big creatures are dead to Doomwakes. So pretty slow hand. Yeah, it's a really slow hand, man. Don't do anything until turn 3 to play Abundant Growth, possibly Seal. I don't think I can keep that. Like, it's threat dense. So, like, if he's got a controlling hand, it's good. But, like, a turn 1 threat, like, if he plays something turn 1, I feel like I've probably just already lost because this hand's so slow. It doesn't have any fetches, though, so it's invulnerable to Stifle, sort of. He mulled. I think I can afford to mull. I need a better hand. Of course it's a fetch. I'll keep. I think I would keep a basic land on top. I got a Doomwake going for me, and Banishing Light. I don't need another Wild Growth. I don't think. Now I'm almost hoping that I get turn 1 threat so I can not get stifled out of the game here. It's Goose. Okay, at least it's not Delver. Delver's scarier than Goose. Okay. Like, I still hope he doesn't have. Like, Days would still be annoying here. Because I need this growth to land in order to get Doomwake out in time. Also, just for my Sanctum to start generating mana. Okay. So we're okay right now. Hopefully it goes like turn 2 Goyf and I can Banishing Light. One of the few times I would like to see turn 2 Goyf. Alright. So, I'm gonna Abundant Growth here. Hopefully he doesn't have Wasteland again. Maybe I should wait a second and play the Forest. Okay. Well, that's why I did that though. Like he could have Daze. I think he would have dazed the Wild Growth. He could have Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. That's okay. Like I do need to get something through, so I can't like play around forever. Like I said, like the Goose is like small pressure, but it can turn into real pressure pretty quickly. Especially if it's joined by some of its friends. So the worst case scenario is he counters this. No, is he going to Brainstorm first? So maybe he's got Force of Will and he's looking for what card he can afford to get rid of. Like next turn I can Dimwake if he doesn't have Wasteland. If he does, he plays something I can Banishing Light. Exiles a Delver. Okay, that's fine. It's less pressure at least. Which means his hand is probably questionable. Maybe it's just like all lightning bolts. Like if he kept them in, like I mean, they got him there. Like okay, thank God he doesn't have first. They got him there before, but like they're really not good against me. They don't have like targets. Okay, that's worth banishing lighting. But do I? No, I definitely. Okay, well I definitely did make now. That's pretty hot. Okay, Dimway getting there. Big old boy. I got Abundant Growth first and dig a card deeper. I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Let's see. I do have it, right? 2, 4, 5. And he's got 0 cards in hand, so I don't need to like do any like calculations. I think I do Abundant Growth here. Like I could obviously also like Vanishing Light, but like if his Delver flips, that's a good card to draw. It's gonna be harder to kill it with Doomwake. He can draw off the library, but like normally they think they can just like pay a million life and it doesn't matter. But with the Doomwake on board, it's less true. Like they have to deal with this guy, and he can start doing damage and wiping their board. Their graveyard's still not big enough that other geese are gonna be big. Like the best thing he could draw here, I guess, would be Goyf. It'd be 4/5, right? But I mean, he needs that and a Stifler, just Banishing Light it. And if he does have an answer to Doomwake, I've got Replenish. So I'm looking okay, but shouldn't get too cocky. Like Library could get him out of this. If he pays a lot of life, I'm not gonna Banishing Light it, because like its power is gonna be diminished in the future. But if he doesn't, then it's probably right to get rid of it now. So in the future, he can't get those extra cards. It would have been nice to be able to answer both, but you know, that was unlikely. Okay, so he's gonna pay life. So he's gonna pay. Okay. So he's refilling his hand. He is down to. So we do have a 3-turn clock now. All right. I've seen this guy in the Grixis Delver list, but not in Canadian Threshold. I wonder why he's running it. Like they've got enough 1-drops with Goose. Like I can just kill it. I think I get Eidolon here. Like I said, so like Library is less threatening now, because and like the Eidolon, if it comes into play, will trigger Doomwake and kill his courier. So that's some significant card advantage I'm getting right now. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's how the Canadian Thresh match is supposed to go. I got a pretty lucky game too, though. Like, if he'd had Wasteland, obviously I'd have been dead. He could have sided some of them out game 2, like that would have made sense, because like I run 5 targets for it, so it shouldn't be good against me. And like otherwise, it does nothing in that deck except like pay for Goyf, I guess. An artifact creature was an interesting choice. I wonder if that was a sideboard card he brought in. Like it wouldn't. I guess it might make sense. Like he thinks he's playing a long game against me. Maybe that doesn't seem right. I think he wins if he wins fast. Okay, so that's a keeper, obviously. I'll lead with Windswept Heath into Forest. Like he could, again, like have Stifle if it's gonna be my third match against Canadian. But probably not. Main white, so I don't have to fetch for non-basic. Like also if he's on Chalice, I want to get white mana before it's shut off. Okay, he is on 12 post of some kind. So that's good to know. So I think you do Guile here. You want to get that down before the Chalice arrives. You'd like the Abundant Growth too, obviously, but between them, Mirror's Guile can guarantee that or not guarantee, but make it a lot more likely that I make all my land drops going forward here. So we're probably going to get a chance to test out the sideboard tech of Painter's Servant. Obviously it doesn't do anything to Cloud Post, but depending on what else he's got, we'll see how his mana base develops, and you know, if and when we draw a Living Wish, consider that. Okay. Not. So we want to deal with that before he gets to have a big turn. That's probably obvious, but you know, that's the way it is. I doubt he's running like Ghost Court or anything, so I can start putting extra enchantments on this, like stacking enchantments. I think that's fine. This is probably going to be something like a race. I'm hoping like he could theoretically just like Ugin next turn, or all his dust. So I mean that's kind of what I'm racing. More likely he'd be setting up for like getting like a one of them big Eldrazi creatures, but all of them are kind of scary options. So I can afford to hold my land drop here for a minute. No, I can't. I doubt he runs Wasteland. Oh, you know, that's right. I shouldn't. Oh, nice. Okay, that's what I needed. Yeah, more or less. Okay. That's good. We slowed him down a turn. So next turn, if he's got like Eldrazi Temple or I have Ugin, I can he doesn't. He just has the Cloud Post. Sweet. Luckily, Sorcerer Spyglass does like nothing against me, unlike other versions of Enchantress. So that's one benefit of this version. Like you know, Eternal Wind, it's like quite good against you. You know, you got Words Wind and Candelabra. You don't want either of those shut off. You know, you can shut off Helm in the RIP lists, but against me, you can hit like Gaia's Touch. I guess it can stop Caracas. Like, not that I would want to play Caracas against big Eldrazi. Alright, so in the sideboard, like I said, I'm trying out Painter's Servant. Like, against this hand, obviously, the other contender for that slot was like Mages of the Moon, and that would have been better against this particular hand, but Mages of the Moon is hard to cast, especially against like a Chatlister one that shuts off. Even if you ran a Taiga, that would shut off all of your red sources. But I think, same thing, I just need to shut off Grim Monolith again. What's Swept Teeth, I guess, sure. That makes sense, I suppose. I think I want to save mana for the cast out. In case he does Ugin, it's like not a great out, but it is something. So I want both those cards. I don't necessarily need the Argothian. Because like if he does have an Ugin, I actually want to save like basically gas so I can like restart my board. Like I can cast out in response and restart my board is the theory that I'm going with right now. So I think I lead with the presence. It says to recall. I haven't seen any, like, so the other thing is it's hard to tell if you're up against, like, big Eldrazi, Eldrazi Stompy, or some sort of, like, hybrid. Like, so, like, sideboarding out grass is going to be questionable, because, like, if he is running, like, some Thought Not Seers, Reality Smashers, and stuff like that, then, like, grass wouldn't be as bad as it is if it's just straight Eldrazi. I think I still want to, like, rely on my cast out plan in case I need it. But I'd also like to kill this fucking Grim Monolith. I guess I can cast out next turn anyway. And, like, I lose my board either way. But I make it less likely that it does some other nonsense if I hit the Grim Monolith. So, yeah, actually, I guess I do that. But I'm gonna lead with the Confinement, because I could draw a Seal of Primordium. I'd rather hold on to the... Yeah, actually, wait. Cyan, yeah, no, I do need to hold on to the cast out then. Well, there it is. Well, okay, so he gets a turn to do some silly shit. I'm hoping it's not too silly. So, I mean, do you cast out the Grim Monolith? If he has Ugin, I'm just dead, I think, if I don't save the cast out. If he has, whatever, the thing that destroys 2 permanents, like, that's gonna suck, but it's not the end of the world. So I think I hold on to the cast out. And I hope he can't, like, do anything too insane this turn. Like, Ugin would be his best out, because, like, then I can't, like, replenish. All his dust I could still replenish. So I want to save gas for next turn. I don't need the Green Sun Seaman, it's too expensive. Elephant Grass is useless. I do want, like, double enchantments, double enchantresses, double lands. That's all good. And I need the cast out, so but I want that Seal of Primordium. I'm more likely to draw lands, so I guess I can lose. I doubt he'd hit the Sanctum, to be honest. Like, either he destroys something, he does something that destroys all enchantments, in which case Sanctum does nothing. Or he, like, does thing that exiles 2 permanents. Well, then if he hits the Sanctum, I'm in trouble. But he destroys all permanents that do need that force. So maybe I think maybe I need to let one of the Enchantresses go. Which one? I guess Argos. Well, I hope he doesn't do anything too crazy this turn. That's because, like, if I get another turn, I just go off. It depends on what he does. He's got a lot of mana. Is that what's her Emrakul? But like the weird one. Not the one I play. So what is it? Walking Ballista for 6. That's not scary. Holy shit, that's so not scary. I let go. I do not care about that even a little bit. Alright, I just won this one. Alright. Hopefully next turn or next game. He has a more, like, Painter's Servant, a vulnerable hand. I mean, we do think he's on Eldrazi, right? Like, I guess technically we didn't see any Eldrazi lands, but, like, could he just be on the Bud? Like, whatever, he does 6 to me, right? He's got 3 mana open. Can he do any weird thing? No, he can just hit me for 6, right? Doesn't even play any instance. Well, no, that's not true. He plays that thing that counters sorceries, probably. But, am I worried about that? Like, if it counters Replenish or Living Wish, doesn't matter. I've got so much mana, I'm just going to go off. But I think I kind of need my cards. No. Yeah, I do. I didn't even play another Enchantress. Fuck it. Can't afford to pay for this grass because I don't have any 1-mana lands, so it's net loss. Doesn't matter anyway. Doesn't do anything, I suppose. Okay, let's start going. What? Crazy. Okay, so we got this one. Even if he has a counter, I'll just like play another wish. Can't counter the Emrakul, obviously. Okay, game 2. So unfortunately I did cut the Seal of Primordium for the Absent Bailiff, because I would bring that in. I'll bring on Wickabout Elder. Gaddock Teague seems good against whatever version they're running. Like one would imagine it must hit a lot of things. Not everything, obviously, not like the big creatures, but like Ugin, All Is Dust, even like Thran Dynamo. Ground Seal obviously does nothing. I don't think Elephant Grass does anything here. Solitary Confinement does something. Not much, but something. I guess you leave in Ground Seal because it cycles. It's also a little hard to know exactly what list he's on. He didn't do very much except play Mana and Walk in Ballista. So like maybe Aegis of the Gods, like because it stops like Thought Not Seer and Sower of Temptation or whatever the 6-mana one that exiles the top 4 cards. Which they probably do play that one anyway. And I don't know why you would run any deck like this, especially if it is like I don't know why you wouldn't run Thought Not in any Eldrazi list. It's a really good card. And I doubt like I want to like. Well, sometimes you do need a wish just for the enchantment, but like generally, like if it has some function in the main deck, it can be better there. If you've got dead cards like Elephant Grass, probably. But I do have 2 of them, and it cycles usually. Like I mean, only 2, so they're not going to get too much in the way. I think there could be scenarios where it matters, especially since I'm going to get Painter Servant. That's right, because Painter Servant makes it a lot less dead. Maybe I don't want to. 2 is probably still right, though. I don't know. Maybe it's better than Ground Seal, given that I have Painter Servant. You do have to protect Painter Servant, obviously, but you figure like if they run Dismember, it's probably out. So like they could kill it with Ballista, and I guess Shrieking Whale or whatever it's called, Piercing Whale. That's real questionable here. It's actually just a bad hand. If I had like a Wild Growth, it would be keepable, but I don't. Shit! Oh my god! I keep pressing the wrong button. All right, so he's an Eldrazi, so. The Wish is good here, but I need the land or Wild Growth, like, ASAP. I guess in a way, okay. I'm lucky. I am lucky. I'll still lead with a Heath, because like he could, I could draw another land and then guys touch the forest into play, and then set up for turn 3. Like a turn 3, maybe Living Wish for Painter's Servant, shut off his Temple, depending on what other cards he plays. Yeah. Huh. I wonder why I kept this hand. It's really slow. And it doesn't even like start with cloud posts or anything, like setting up for a big, like I mean it still sets up obviously, but not as fast as like cloud posts. What is he gonna do during my upkeep, man? I wonder. Okay. So I do, I guess I get the Bayou. He's not running Blood Moon. Maybe I could have taken out Doom like just left it as a wish target. Alright, well I got a big turn 3, so let's see what he does next turn, because after that he's not going to have much mana from his temples. Hopefully. Nothing too wacky. Okay, come on, man. Like if he was on you know, if he was on a Stompy, I could grass for the Reality Smasher, but even if he's running Reality Smasher, I think it's probably better to wait a turn. Thought-Knot Seer, yeah, okay. Hopefully he takes my Presence, or maybe my Wicker Bow, since like I can trade with that and like kill something. So maybe that's scary to him. I hope he doesn't take my Wish, although like, you know, obviously that would be reasonable, but like I'm hoping he thinks I don't have any great targets for it. Like what did I get last time? Just Emrakul? So maybe he thinks it's not as immediately scary as Presence is, which would be a valid opinion to have. Yeah, that's reasonable, but that's good for me. All right, so he'll have 3 mana as of next turn. Nice. I mean, sort of. I hope I stop drawing lands though. Let's get into little ones. So, but next turn I can Wicker Bow on the board to block his Thought-Knot Seer. Now black, or now Elephant Grass rather, is a lot better also. So speaking of that, do I play it to avoid getting Thought-Knot Seared again? Because if he does have another land, he can do it. I really don't like, though, what Painter's Servant makes everything look like. I think maybe I do, because it's going to be mana neutral. I mean, if I draw an Enchantress, I don't have gas, but that's okay. Like, I've got a lot of time between Painter's Servant shutting off his mana and Elephant Grass. So I think I do just go ahead and avoid. And if he has Thought-Knot Seer, it hits the Wicker Bow, which I don't want, obviously, but missed a land drop. That's good. I mean, I guess I could just play it, it doesn't matter. Can I actually just keep up grass and like go to town with Wicker Bow? Like if he blocks, I get a card out of it and I kill his Chalice. Right now, I think I hold off though. So Urborg does make it so he's at least like he'd be in a worse situation. Like I even literally wouldn't do anything if he didn't have Urborg out. But as it is, it's still pretty good for me. I think, yeah, I still hold on to the Wicker Bow in case he he plays mana, like a mana artifact. I think I'd rather kill that than the Chalice. But like I still, like I said, I can put pressure on him. If he does block, I still get a 3 for 1, right? Well, 2 for 1 because he got the card off the Thought Not Seer when it came in. So that could be a faster clock, obviously, but I really like his main out here would be mana from artifacts, so I want to keep that around. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, he does have Orb and Whale. That's unfortunate. Well, still can't attack this turn. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that was my end of turn. Yes, he can. Alright. That's annoying. That was my tech. Alright. Warping Whale. I can't run too many of those. Hopefully he doesn't get it game 3. Got my grass. That's actually fine. I'm fine with my grass getting in. Alright, I need something really good this turn. Enchantress, I guess. Followed by Vanishing Light, perhaps. That's a funny looking Enchantress. I think, do I just, technically I guess I could bail out. I'd be at 1. Let's see, did he leave me any wishes? 1, 2, okay, 3. I have 1 wish left, so I'm not automatic. And Piercing Whale was really good there. No, it might just be dead though. Confinement, I guess. Enchantress and a confinement. Some sick draws. Sick draws. That's sort of a sick draw, I guess. Not really. I don't know. I gotta keep going. Can't wish for anything that saves me here. Alright. Game 3. Alright, well, at least I'm on the play now. I mean, I think it was right to get Painter's Servant considering his mana base at the time. Like, Piercing Whales and out. It's reasonable for him to keep them in against, like, Living Wish. But I don't know, do I do anything different here? Thought Not Seer, like Aegis. I mean, I think not enough. No, I don't know if I do anything different here. So if he doesn't draw a Piercing Whale in that situation again, and I get a faster start. That's a fast start. That's good. And I got a seal in case he does have like a fast artifact start. We got to turn 2 Enchantress, turn 3 Eidolon probably. Alright, so I'll start off with white because like Chalice. Would I use a seal on a Chalice here? Turn 3? Possibly. Do I wild growth here next turn? Maybe I do. I've got enough cards. I need an explosive. I need to race him. His only disruption is Chalice and Thought-Knot Seer. So like card advantage isn't as important. Like obviously, you know, you don't want to stall, but like speed is really important. Chalice for 1. No, I think I don't destroy it. Hold off instead for the artifact mana. Yeah, so I'll lead off with the Presence. I'll leave the green open in case I draw Wild Growth effect. Oh, I know, that's right, I wouldn't be free now. So that does mean, like, depending on what I draw next turn, I might want to destroy this. Because I do need to get some gas here. Get some gas going. Six mana, it's not anything too scary yet. Could Thought-Knot, that's okay. My hand's pretty redundant. Could Sober, just hope you don't have too many lands. Endbringer, okay, that's fine. Card can be annoying, but it's not as scary as a lot of the cards he plays. I'd like to draw some I'd like to draw some Wild Growths here. Okay, that'll be okay. Maybe next turn. I don't know. I guess, like, do I have another turn? Before he goes really crazy. Probably one more. Just getting another Argoth in and play help that much. I could get a Wicker Bow. It seems a little pointless right now. I need to draw an enchantment next turn in case he has Thought-Knots here. No, because I could, I might need the Wicker Bow. Alright. Unlikely, but I might. Either way, I get an Argoth in play. So I just, yeah, it's weird how these games play out. Like, it's all about, like, is he going to go off turn 4, kind of. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it does kind of come down, like, if he goes off turn 4 or 5, or I go off turn 4 or 5. Okay, well, I hope he doesn't hit the, I hope he hits my Grandson's Zenith. Or I draw an enchantment. Okay, good. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Am I going to attack? No, okay. I get 5 damage in. I mean, so I'm looking at pressure now, even if he doesn't have anything so explosive. But I am going to have my Sanctum, my Eidolon. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I think I do leave Sanctum out, like hoping I draw some Enchantress or Wild Growths here in any of these 5 cards. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. So, destroy that. Get my grass in play. Okay, so here I can I think definitely Confinement. Let's see. I guess, am I worried about, maybe I'm worried about, like, Allah's Dust or Eye of Ugin, but I didn't see either of those. So, if I, now, the funny thing is, like, if I, do get Painter's Servant here, and he has Allah's Dust or Eye of Ugin, he'll destroy, like, everything except the Endbrainer, which will, at that point, be quite ironically named, including the lands. And that doesn't seem great. Because, yeah, then I need to rebuild my board from scratch against a 3-turn clock. I don't know if I can do that, so I need to, I could wish for an Aegis of the Gods. That doesn't do anything. Phyrexian Revoker. I could get a Phyrexian Revoker named Ugin. Then his only out is All His Dust, which isn't as bad. Yeah, so maybe I do that. Like, if he has another Piercing Wail, like, but he could just counter Living Witch anyway with Piercing Wail. Where's my Witch? Don't I have one? Yeah. So, yeah, I'll get Phyrexian Revoker named Ugin. Next turn, I definitely go off, right? Like, I finally got some wild growth stuff to go off with. Oh yeah, I can just kill him with Endbringer. Alright, that's what he's gonna do. Well, I can shut him from drawing a card. Right. I think I might have overthought this one. Well. Hopefully he doesn't have all his dust this turn. He does. We don't need fetch lands. Maybe one. I don't need all these forests. I don't want to like be totally dependent on a replenish. If that happens. That's not good. So he's got 8 mana. So he can't all his dust. Warping Whale. Okay. That's okay. At least he has this Warping Whale there. I can I can't all his dust this turn, so I can go off, and if I can definitely get the I can just go off. I'll probably replenish anyway. If I can't go off, I'll replenish like into a Doomwake or something. Yeah. I mean, there's only a few cards left in my deck. Should be like enchantments aplenty, right? I think. So yeah, I just have it here. I do need to avoid decking, so like, there's a limit to how many enchantments I can play. How much is this generating now? 12, 15, 16. I'm not quite there. One more, and I got it. Next turn, I can just crack it. Like he's got Endbringer. That doesn't tap. He can target it, but then I can dispense it with Caracas. So that's fine. 11, 12, plus 4, 16. Oh yeah, plus 1 mana from my drop. Right. Sure, if I didn't fuck this up. Did fuck it up if he's got Living Wish, or not Living Wish. I can't counter it anymore. Right. Piercing Whale, that's it. Do I not have Living Wish? How is that possible? Okay. This is a little hairier than I would like. Okay, I need a river to drop the Caracas next turn. I definitely need that, because he can top it once with Endbringer, but that costs 2 mana, not 1 mana. But he's got to tap his land, yeah, so I can only do that once. I might as well just create some Zenith here, just to get the card back in the deck. Reduce my odds of decking myself accidentally. Yeah, okay. I got plenty of time to work this out. So the things that I need are Caracas, possibly Living Wish. So I don't need these Abundant Grass or Elephant Grass. I guess I don't need Doomwake. That's fine. So now. Still don't want a deck. So you can deal 1 damage. Yeah, but you can't. Okay. So we're 3-1, so we're making our money back. Let's go to game 5. I think Eldrazi is a tough match to play around. Like the list matters so much. Yeah, I never saw Ugin or All His Dust. There's no way he wasn't running All His Dust. They don't all run Ugin, but like they all run All His Dust. Well, that's mulliganable. press the right button this time. That's capable. Kind of dead to Chalice at 1. Oh, man. Some cards, or some decks I might really want that on top, others not so much. I guess I'll keep it. Ah, Zombardment. Okay, so that's a good card to have in that case. It doesn't get discarded next turn. This hand's pretty decent against them, even if I lose the grass. Let's see. I could, if I needed to, wish for a Bojuka Bog. Obviously doesn't have any juicy targets right now, but like once if like his hand is depleted, if we get to a point where his hand is depleted and he's got a juicy yard, I can Vog him out. Otherwise, I think I go with my primary game plan of Enchantress. I draw a green Sun Zenith or a Enchantress Presence. That'd be nice. I guess in our good thing, what else we get? Sure. So he's definitely gonna name one of those, right? Then he's gonna flashback. Oh, he's gonna get double abundant growth. I actually needed those. Truthfully, but maybe he'll be scared of grass and get that. If not, I'll just buy a lot of 10th grass. Yeah. So, well, I guess right now I can't get his Gravecrawler back, but he could like play a land and like a Carrion Feeder or another Gravecrawler and do that. Probably gonna lose something to therapy. Either the grass or double growth, I guess. Probably not the wish, but maybe. Could be the wish. Maybe he's scared, but you come out. Or Fairy Macabre. That could look scary to him. What do you name? Abundant growth. No, he's gonna go for the card advantage. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, but he has no way to get Gravecrawler back immediately. So do I have a Bojuka Bog here? Nah. That's greedy. I'll get Argothian. I need to set up my engine. I got the grass. So unless he has another therapy and another creature, I do. Sealed Primordium's really iffy. Like it kills Goblin Bombardment and not much else. I think it's just right to get Argothian. Right. Yeah, especially since I used my land drop. And I don't need to pay the grass. Like, I do need to draw cards. You could have another discard spell, but I've got more grasses, and I need to draw cards. So, like, that comes down to, like, so, like, one thing about Living Wish is, like, it lets you flip between control and beatdown better than other Enchantress lists do, but, like, it can also be easy to, like, make a mistake and think that you're the control when you're not. Like, I don't think I'm actually the control in this matchup. Like, I think if I get my engine going, they can't actually deal with it, like, better than, like, I can definitely deal with their engine if it gets going. So, like, you know, so, like, getting the bog would have been, like, the move if I'm the control, right? I kind of want the growth. I can't really pay for the grass without being awkward. But, yeah, I think it's still... They didn't have any discard or they would have used it. So if they top deck discard and I lose my grass, that's not the end of the world. But I do need to get my mana going. Yeah, so I was saying, like, getting the bog would have been the control role, right? Like getting the Painter's Servant against Eldrazi, like, you know, depending on how fast their hand is, like, I think that was the right play, like, but, you know, you do have the trade-off where, like, you don't get your engine going, so, like, if they do have an answer for it, for whatever reason, then, you know, you're down, whereas, like, if you set up your engine, you'd have more cards. but like you have to have the time to set up your engine as well. So like you do have to play the control sometimes against like faster decks. But like this deck's not that fast, so I'm not like Zombardment is not a fast deck. Like they can get fast hands, but it's not that common. They're more like inevitability, especially but they don't have any inevitability against Eldrazi. Yeah, so like he's just dead to my turn here. I'm just gonna go Argothian Elfin Grass and like start drawing cards, making land drops and such. Could get back the Punish wouldn't be actually that bad here. I get 2 cards, but I'm gonna get that off the grass anyway. So if I don't draw anything else, I can always just play my seal in case of bombardment. Since grass shuts down all his other paths to victory, might as well, I suppose. I'm gonna put them all on this land so I can pay for grass without losing mana. I don't need black mana. He could run Wasteland. I don't think I've seen that. And they have a kind of a greedy mana base. So I think I'm not going to walk into losing all my white mana. So what are his outs at this point? He could I think they all involve Goblin Bombardment. Sure. So like now might be an okay time, depending on what he puts in there to Living Wish for Bajuka Bog. Depending on what he does. Like if he draws another Faithless Looting, he'll probably keep digging for answers. I had 3 Grave Crawlers. Grave Crawlers and Bombardment are part of like his way out. Didn't read the card. I never read the card. And never, so many people do not read Elephant Grass. It is crazy. I get that it's a lot of text, but man. Sure. Probably gonna hit the replenish. I'd wager. It's in 0 cards now. If I keep my wish with 0 cards in hand, his board being really unremarkable, I definitely will get the bog and just like lock him out of the game. Like, what could he possibly do in that situation? That's if I gotta keep my wish. Probably not really knowing exactly what I'm playing, like what cards. Like Replenish probably seems scarier than Living Wish, I would think. Okay, maybe that seems scary too. Could think I have a Scavenging Ooze or some shit. Well, if he's got a zombie in play, I guess I just do my Giant here actually. I can't get black mana, yeah. I have a Heath. So yeah, that's just Doomwake, man. He can't even Gravecrawler back. I guess in response he makes a speeder bigger, but I think that I can actually kill it. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's try it. I mean, like, Doomwake's actually pretty good against them, even though they're supposed to be, like, removal proof, just because, like, it's recurring. So, it's alright if they, like, it can just keep killing them. Keep on killing. So now he's gonna stack them all to the feeder, one imagines. Yep. I'm gonna just save myself some time here. Sure. It's got a big critter. I would like to kill that, but can I? Maybe not this turn. Like next turn it gets his Grave Crawlers back. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. If I was trying to kill him this turn, I do think like it would probably be good to pop the touch, but I think I can maybe like end this next turn if I don't. I doubt he has any main deck sweepers, so I think I'm fine running this Argothian out to set up for just killing him next turn. I can replenish this if I need to, and replenish also fires off feeder, fires off Doom Crawler. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off here. Alright, there's my forest for guys' touch. I'll lead with that. That way, if I draw Wild Growth or Utopia Sprawls, I can use them on the open lands. I'll try to always do it that way. Okay. Just a bunch of living wishes. Is that all my living wishes? I think it is, yes. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Do it, mate. How much is this stat for now? 10? Or, sorry, 7. So I could just Living Wish, play the second Sanctum, and Emrakul, and I think I'm just going to do that. Because that wins the game, and I like winning games. And that doesn't use as much time. Just go for it. Might as well play the Caracas in case he has some wacky shit that I can't possibly imagine what it would be. He's just trying to clog me. I think there's too much on the board. Like, there's too much time. Not a reasonable strategy, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so sideboarding against them. I do think maybe to have the Rex Age to be able to GSC in a pinch against a bombardment. Honestly, like it does to it. Actually, for that reason, I guess Wickerbow is better. Like if that's his threat, I can wish. For Evoker or Rex Age. But like the Wickerbow can also block without just dying to a single activation of Bombardment, like in case he doesn't have like a really combo-y hand. Ironically, I think Groundsfield doesn't do anything to him, but since I'm bringing in Wickerbow, I can probably leave Cast out. Like it cycles, but if I do need to like just buy a little time, Banishing Light is cheaper. Right, I'm just gonna look at deck lists here. Zombardment has gotten pretty popular lately. I don't know if that's like because it's good or just because it's fun. It's not that cheap a deck, so it's not that. I don't know. I'm not sure it's like that good a deck, but I guess it's fun. And it, obviously got a boost from Stitcher's supplier being printed. What do I expect him to bring in? Like, wear tear, yeah, okay. Can't do that much about it. Perish. Edict, stuff like that. Surgical. So ground seal maybe because of surgical. Like that's a lot of potential cards. Maybe he'll bring in Pithing. You don't thinking it's good against me, even though it's really not. Yeah, maybe just like this. Yeah, none of those sideboard cards like you really want to hit with like Banishing Light, which is what I was looking at. Like, if you had any like creatures that like did wacky shit, I didn't see any though. And like, I don't know, he could be running a fist. Obviously, he could be running something, but it's hard to imagine what. Probably just like brought in more like instants and stuff that destroy my things. So I do need a hit a land drop, but I can Living Wish. Living Wish is active because both, well not both, but Bojuka Bog's really good. And I can Utopia Sprawl. Make Doom Wake active eventually. Yeah, Thoughtseize, okay. So that's probably my presence, maybe my wish. If I had only one Utopia Sprawl, that would probably go, but I got both, so I'm okay. I like that swamp. APAC. Grass, yeah, that's reasonable. Reasonable choice. I wonder if that means, poor him. Alright, it's name, like white's not that critical in this matchup, and I can get it later. I can get black with Bojuka Bog, so I'm gonna need more green mana. Especially if I don't draw another land, maybe it would be just right to Utopia Sprawl, depending on what else I draw, like maybe a Wild Growth. Might be right to just like double up on this land. I don't think he runs anything that would get rid of it. He's probably upset now because he sees the other grass. I'm a little upset because it reduces my chances of drawing into one. But, you know, I got time. It's not that fast. He doesn't have a threat yet. God, I don't want to Living Wish this for Bojuka Bog this early, but because he doesn't have anything to hit. I'd like to make it a land drop. I don't want to use both on lands. Like, getting Karakas seems bad. But my concern is I don't want to pass. Like him. I don't want to pass and get Cabal Therapied and lose both wishes. That would suck. But, or, you know, like he could just like strip my hand like 1, 2, 3, boom. Maybe. So like I could Utopia Sprawl. Maybe I just do use it for fucking Karakas. That's so bad though. Really, I'd rather not had to do that. But like, there's Bog doesn't do anything right now, and I don't want to use it. Like if he's smart, maybe signaling that I have another wish. But more likely he'd like therapy for a presence, then flash it back anyway. So whatever. Like, I guess I can't worry too much about that path of play because I can't do too much about it. Alright. So I think I just set up here. He could have a wear and tear, and I can't. So, okay, reasons to not play presence here are mainly wear and tear. Like, he hasn't done anything else. Would he destroy my Utopia Sprawl? Probably. He probably would have. So maybe he doesn't have it. It's not the worst to Bog here. I only had souls, but he's only got 3 cards left in hand. And the black mana would be helpful next turn. And then next turn I could presence into Sprawl. I think that's right. Because that way I can do whatever's left in my hand. And it does get rid of some spirit tokens. So it does give me a little more time to find another grass or get Doomwake online. If I draw a land, I just play Doomwake. If I don't, I play Presence, Utopia Sprawl. Like, if he has more creatures here, they're kind of useless. If he has discard, it's annoying, but I don't have as much pressure on him. If he's got hate, like Wear Tear, Surgical or something. Like, if he had Surgical, he'd probably hit Elephant Grass. Like, it'd be good for him to really get rid of that card once and for all. It would, you know, make it a lot more feasible for him to, for most of his lines of attack. It's kind of a weird hand. Both my Living Wishes were lands. One of them actually did something, the other was just a land. Okay, more spirits. I hope I draw a land here. That'd be cool. Alright, that's fine too. I mean, I'd rather not take the damage, but I can take a turn. Shit, I fucked up. I fucked up. Alright. Well, he can't strip my entire hand, but he can Wear and Tear. I fucked up. That's 3 times I fucked up. I am not used to, I should be more used to MTGO by now. I can play on it a fair bit. Yeah. Just being a little sloppy. Chains of Mephistopheles. Well, I'm glad I have GSC for fucking, well, now I really hope I draw land. So I have to, okay, let me remember. If I would draw a card, except the first one, if I discard the card instead. If I discard, I do get a draw. So basically, I can't accrue card advantage, but I can keep filtering. So it's like a bad Merfolk Looter. Like all my draws are bad Merfolk Looters because they're going the other way. So I think I'll start with the Guile because it'd be good to get Guile online here. Discard a card. I guess Gaia's Touch isn't great here. Not much green, man. Okay, well, I'm lucky. Yeah, it's an answer. I didn't imagine him bringing in Chains of Mephistopheles. Obviously, it's a pretty sick card against me. I discard a card. What do I want to discard here? Well, with that gone, I really want the Abundant Growth, but I kind of want the. Alright. Alright, well, that did slow me down for sure. And my own mistakes slowed me down as well, of course. I'd be a card ahead otherwise. Hopefully he doesn't have another Chains. Okay. He had a Wear and Tear. I personally, well, yeah, I mentioned my presence, I think. I mean, maybe the Guile. Like, if I get another land drop, I just. He's only got 2 cards. That's a lot of lands each year, but they do run a lot also, so can't feel too bad for him. Only one was a fetch. Wow, 6 lands. Like, I know I do feel a little bad for him. That's a lot of lands. Did Mulligan? No. Still rough beats. I can feel for that. Yeah, I just want to do Mike here, honestly. I can go off next turn. You know, it's funny, like, you know, I think I played the Living Wishes correctly, and that was, like, a much more difficult decision, and then I, like, you know, like, fuck up tapping the wrong lands for Presence. Or the turn that I cast the Presence, you know, some, like, really easy, dumb mistake like that. Alright. Flash back than it doesn't want to. Okay, don't go crazy. Did I set out my guy's touches? No. Okay, so there is a point in holding on to the source. At least what I was wondering. I'm going to use abundant growth to make Caracas more useful. I do got to start putting some pressure on him. Ground Seal more likely to be useful than Doomwake. I don't think either matters too much. Sorry, Thin Seal. Yeah, I mean, without like creatures in play, I'm not that scared of Bombardment right now. You'd have to like draw that. Gravecrawler and another zombie. So, not that scary. I guess I'll get an Argothian. If he has Edict, I'd rather lose the Argothian than the Doomwake right now. Because, given his life throw, Doomwake's not a bad clock. Right. Sick. A lot of people play this person. Like, I mean, I get that it's a good card, but it seems so situational too. Like, it kind of feels almost like win more. Like, I mean, it kills my Argothians, but in a lot of situations, it doesn't do anything. Like, I mean, that saved him a life, but that doesn't translate into a turn. That's a little annoying, but because of Guile, I can be fairly sure that I'm not going to just, like, break all lands. I got fetch lands if I need to, if the top 3 is all lands for some reason. Okay, so fetch first. Alright. So this is a really good matchup. Like Elephant Grass, obviously, like alone is something that they have to deal with, and then you've got your main engine on top of it. They don't have that much speed most of the time, so you know, you should win this matchup. Like even without Pachukabog, it's like that's not really what Pachukabog is there for, but like sometimes it's good. All right, well, I guess that's all she wrote. Okay, let's see. He got himself a turn. Alright, we're just gonna go off. I don't know, I don't like make much commentary when we're going off, I know, but like, what is there to say? Did I just get the, how much mana am I generating here? 15, 16, oh, I got it, okay. Oh yeah, I need to actually, Where's my loot? Where's my loot, wizards? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. Let's open it. See what we got. So apparently there's gonna be some announcement on MTGO later today, and some people are like saying it's gonna be the end of the world. I haven't looked much into Arena, but like you would imagine they wouldn't like fuck all their customers, right? Like make all this product like suddenly disappear, because like that seems like a surefire way to lose customers. I for one would consider just getting the fuck out at that point. So that's a pretty good opening. I got a lot of points. I got the good Chandra. How much is the good Chandra worth? That's a few tickets. That's a few tickets. Alright, this guy's like an EDH card. That's worth a little bit, right? That doesn't seem like something that's worth anything. Mages of the Tabernacle. A possible wish target. Just kidding. Triumph of Gerard. Is that worth anything? No, that's uncommon. Just kidding. I just thought because it was like, you know, one of them epic cards that were so disappointing because we thought they were, you know, going to be good enchantments, but they were not. That doesn't seem like it's worth anything. That's definitely not worth anything. What's Moldorotha worth? Is that worth anything because of PDH? Only a few cents. Alright, well, still pretty good. Chandra and a bunch of points. And obviously, you know, you make your money and a half back if you go 4-1. So, pretty good. Let's see, what did we learn today? What was our loss to? It was to fucking Canadian Thresh, wasn't it? Well, that shouldn't happen. Did we learn anything from this? Didn't start off that weak. Yeah, just had it. Died with a bunch of Enchantresses in a hand. Maybe I played too conservatively around their disruption. But you know, like, you can just lose to these Delver decks if they get a turn 1 Delver backed up with like disruption, like Force of Will and stuff. It happens. Even though, you know, generally it doesn't, but like, you know, you can always lose. Well, so that turned out alright. Need to obviously work on my clicking on that mulligan thing. Did that twice, but otherwise, yeah. Thanks for watching. Signing off.